friends. A little bit different of a video this time around, but it's going to be raw. There might be mistakes, but we're going to give it a shot. It's one take, no edits. But friends, I got something that I want to speak about, and it is going to be raw. You saw the title of this week's video. And, as I just go on YouTube, I just see that there's a big issue, I guess, with men and trying to figure out exactly who they are and who they need to follow, who they need to become in this life. And I get it. I mean, which direction are you supposed to turn to? Who are you supposed to look towards? It's a very good question. But as you saw by the title of this week's video for me, or in this video here, I just want to explain a little bit of my piece of what it was like for me to grow up with a father who was very masculine, borderline machismo. I would even say, he was pretty macho. When you think of that Hispanic male father figure who has that tendency to be very masculine and just view women in a different way. And I get it. I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm not trying to say which way was the best way, but that's just what I grew up looking towards as a father figure, as a male role model. And it really shaped me into who I am today. And I just want to speak about it in today's video. So friends, growing up, I had that father figure who was very macho. And through that, I learned a lot. I learned how to work hard. I learned how to be disciplined. I learned how to not make excuses, how to get it done regardless. I learned how to make and set goals and strive for them. I learned the importance of keeping your word and doing all these things. If you say you're going to do something, go out and do it. And make sure you go out and do something. Those are the things, the big principal things that I learned from my father. And if you're going to do something, do it in real time. Do it now versus waiting for later, because later isn't guaranteed. Another thing I learned about my father is just that time will continually pass. So I will give a lot of credit as to the whole premise of this channel continues to tick. It was because my dad continually showed me how important it is to make use of your time, because it does pass regardless. And through that, you got to make goals. So I do have a big old thanks to my father through a lot of stuff that I learned through him. That was all the good stuff. But at the same time, seeing such high, just masculine energy, being around such a polarizing, just energy of machismo, and being the only son, growing up as the middle child in a Hispanic family, there wasn't any love. My dad had such great qualities about him, continues to this day, but he's older now. And you can see through time, friends, and anybody as they age, you can see everything they did right, and at the same time, you could see eventually everything they did wrong. My dad built a lot. He came here to America with a vision to build something, which he did. He was on par with a lot of other families, and something made him rise above them. He invested with my mother, got rental properties, and you could say he made it in this life. He worked hard. But what happened to the other side? Well, the other side that I saw of my father are the areas that unfortunately are a straight reflection in me. They're my greatest weaknesses now, because I continued to try to follow his path. One of the greatest things I could hang my hat on is I think of the future. I work hard. I like setting goals and having dreams and striving to achieve them. But the other side of my father was there was just no love in the house. And it's because he just held on to this vision of who he was to be a man and hold such high level of machismo, such high masculine energy, that he wasn't able to appreciate his partner, my mother, women. The same relationship he has with my mom, unfortunately, is the same relationship he has with his sisters and my sisters, which are his daughters, which is none. And we all have something, right? That's his component that eventually became my weakness too. And I'm trying so hard to break it. Because today, friends, I feel like a man needs to do everything. They need to do everything. It's not even about being a man. It's about truly being a leader. To be a man is to be a leader, to be capable to do everything. It doesn't matter what exactly it is. It could be cooking, ironing your shirt, walking the dog, picking towels, matching towels with your bed. It's all these things, friends. And trust me, if you truly are trying to get this partner that you want to appreciate you, you would know all these things, because to truly be a man is to do everything, is to lead by example, and to continually do more. You got to be careful and walk this line quite carefully when it comes to masculine energy, toxic masculinity. And I get it. They want to take our power away, is what we often say, right? They, the feminine movement, media, trying to suppress the male energy. I can see that. But at the same time, let's just take away a lot of these layers. For me, I truly believe that a man is a leader, and a leader leads by example, and a leader will always do more, always, to make sure that his people are taken care of. And showing love in the house, showing love to your partner, being capable of that emotion is part of it. One of my dad's biggest flaws, and honestly, friends, it saddens me, is I've never seen him even kiss or hug my mother. So it's a bit extreme. But that led to my greatest weakness, which is how do I find a way to be vulnerable? How do I show that to my partner? And truly, if you want to be the full, complete picture of a man, you got to show the tough love. You got to be vulnerable. You got to show emotion. All I got from my father was tough love through his masculinity, through his machismo. Tough love. And I never saw love. And now here I am trying to do my best to find that out and what that looks like for me. So friends, I just wanted this video to be something vulnerable. Maybe some of you guys can relate to some of this, but you have to be careful. I know some of you guys don't know exactly who to turn to when it comes to looking for that male figure. I'm trying to be the person that I would look up to myself. I know some of the big people out there that are influencing people in this world are being followed by a lot of young men. And I'm not saying to follow me, but I'm just saying follow a person that aligns with everything that you're trying to achieve in this life. And what I mean by that, friends, for me, is a leader. I want to follow the leader that can do it all. Everything.